Welcome back to the Bearcat Tip-Off Talk podcast presented by Donahue Accounting Services. For friendly expert tax advice whenever you need it, come to Donahue Accounting Services. A leading accounting firm in Cincinnati, Ohio, our top-notch accountants strive to help you resolve all your financial and tax issues. Call Donahue Accounting Services today for a free consultation at 513-528-3982 or visit online at donahueaccountingservice.com. I'm your host, Alex Meacham, former Bearcat basketball player from 1997 to 1999 under the Hall of Fame coach, Bob Huggins.
And I'm Neil Meyer of the Front Office News.
And I'm JT Smith, editor-in-chief of the Front Office News.
All right, fellas, we are back for another episode. And before we jump into it, Neil, can we get an update on your father's mustache? Any, since that the mustache podcast and the post, any new revelations with his mustache?
He did not comment on it.
Did he know about it?
What'd you say?
Does he know about our mustache?
Oh, he knows about it. I brought it up to him the other day. He just kind of laughed and chuckled. He said he is refusing to shave it.
I didn't want. I don't want him to shave it. Like that's not.
Yeah, he is going to let that thing grow, and he is
He needs
pause. But he is he wears that mustache with pride.
All right. We see that. See that. Well, good for him. Well, shout out to Pops. Tell him keep that mustache growing, and we'll get another update on his mustache on another podcast. And let's jump right into it. The Bearcats are currently 13-12 after beating Kansas State 91-62. JT, thoughts on the Bearcats' performance?
Man, it's masterpiece, man. It's just, man, we talked about it, how they just flirt with you. Then they ghost you. They flirt with you. Right now, they're flirting with you tough. Yeah, like you said, you sent that text. You know what I mean? It's they on point.
You can't tell them what that text.
That text is on point, though.
That text is on point. That's exactly what they're doing right now. This is camera phone error right now. The Bearcats are camera phone error, and they just flirting with you. They shooting three good out of nowhere. They've been shooting terrible all year. All of a sudden, last two games, it look like we got a team full of Steph Currys.
Man, like I was. So I'm enjoying. So JT, I not to cut you off. I just got to say this real quick.
Yeah.
I've been listening the games, either the away games or games I've only missed a couple home games, but I listen to them on the radio.
Yeah.
I just enjoy listening to Dan and Terry, and like I'm listening to that game and I keep hearing us making threes, and I'm like, and finally Dan just had to chuckle, like, "Yep, ladies and gentlemen, Sincere just hit it." It was like, what?
Yeah.
My brother hit 2 3. Like it was like, what is going on?
No, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. In it, like this, they were just shooting in a rhythm. It was crazy. It was just wild. Like, but Kansas State's a bad team. But last year, the Kansas State tried to allow UC to win. We would not take that win at Fifth Third. But then we took them to the shed. And then, I always want to see the Bearcats win. So it's great when they win. Don't get me wrong. Always, I'm like, this is dope. But then when they win like this and they play like they did against UCF, it's just like you start harping on what they didn't do. You know what I mean? Because you're just like, damn, if they would have won 4 more games that they should have won, they could have easily won. This is a different thing. Like Wes Miller's in a different position.
Man,
this team's in a different position.
Facts.
And it changes everything. It's just like, man, just those little mistakes early in the season come back to haunt them because now they're starting to catch stride, but it might be too little too late because like they still got some smoke. You know, the Big 12, Utah they should beat, which we'll talk about later. But then you still got a couple winnable games, but then you got some games that you're not supposed to win, that you have to win if you're going to save this season. But you don't want to jump too far ahead because of, where they're at in the season. But it's just like, man, when you start playing like this just shows you, like, the talent of this team and what we talked about earlier and just, like, why you're so disappointed that they lost those games, certain games earlier in the season. But it's amazing to see this team play like this. Jizzle played great. I finally got a player of the game right when I'm not picking Baba. So I'm like happy about that. And then, but as a whole, man, they just look great as a team, man. It was great to stay up. You know, I passed out like soon as the game was over, but it was good. It was good to see them, you know, do what they did, man, on the road, getting that first road victory. And man, it just makes you like I wrote that article, like, you know, they playing with your emotions, and they are. Right now they're playing with our emotions, man. But hey, I love that this team is not quit. Like, I know it's so generic and cliche, but you see how, I mean, that team in Kansas State, that team is quit on.
Done.
Quit on. The only person that's playing is PJ Haggerty. Everybody else don't give a flying fuck about anything. Like my NIL is cleared. F off, coach. You know what I mean? Like, they don't care. So I respect that West, no matter what, how you feel about West and the staff, they still had them young guys competing, man. So I respect that 100%, no matter how the ship's gonna sink or how it's gonna sail.
JT, I think that's a great point, man. I hadn't really thought about it in that perspective, where you look at Kansas State, and now that I think about it, and after that game yesterday, those young men's checks have cleared and they're good. They're like
and it's crazy to think about it too in that aspect for Kansas State, because PJ Haggerty was paid $4 million roughly. He's out there hooping like he wants to be out there hooping, but everybody else is like, oh, I'm good. But you would think it would be vice versa. If you're getting paid a significant amount of money with how the season's gone, you thought PJ would be the one that would say, hey, my check's cleared, I'm not playing. But
yeah, but like JT, like you said, man, I mean, you got to give Wes and the staff credit along with the players for staying engaged. And I attribute that a lot to, I think this team knows how good they could have been to this point.
Yeah, that's what hurts.
You know what I mean? And something's still there.
Yeah, the spark's still there. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they still have like that pride part about them.
Yeah.
So I gotta respect it. But what sucks is just like, man, you look back at this season was few games away, few bad losses away from being very manageable, very, very ninth, you know what I mean, between 9 to 6 seed type of a team. You know what I mean? And this, I don't know. Like, let's say, I mean, shit. They haven't proved they can go on a long winning streak, but it can happen. But I mean, right now they haven't proven that. So, but hopefully they prove me wrong and right that. But that'd be dope. But it's just like, damn, you know, Xavier, you beat Xavier, you don't lose to freaking Eastern Michigan.
Man, two killers right there.
Yeah, I mean, you should have beat West Virginia both times. That's 4 games right there.
Bingo.
Right there. And then if you split, I feel like I said earlier, you split that either Georgia and Clemson, you win one of those games, you're in great spot. Great spot. You know what I mean? That's what, no matter what, 4 or 5 more wins, I mean, you're at 17, 18 wins right now. And then everybody, it's a whole different narrative. Everything is,
I agree.
We keep going, man. So it just sucks because they're good enough, and you see this, you've seen the glimpses of it, and it's just like when you come in shooting 60% and just beat the brace-off teams, it's just like, damn, they're shorthanded. They're not even 100%, and they're just.
That's the thing. I was gonna say, how many minutes did Halveen play last night?
That's a good question.
Looking down, Halveen played 23.
He played 23 minutes. He's not a 23-minute guy. On this basketball team.
No.
And they're still.
Yes.
Oh, man. And let me ask you this, JT, and you can chime in too as well. Even if they do, so let's just say, hypothetically, they beat Utah.
Yep.
Let's say they're very competitive against a Kansas team. I don't think Darren Peterson's back playing, is he?
He practiced today for the first time, it sounds like.
Okay. So he may not play, whatever. Let's say we're competitive. Even if we do go on a nice little run, win some games, I think the ship has sailed in terms of the fan base has, but not all of it, but many of the fan base has turned on Wes. And regardless of this team well, makes run. I think they don't want any part of Wes moving forward.
Yeah, that's the sad part. Like I literally I posted on Reddit, and it's just everything's negative. You know what I mean? Like I post an article and it's like they won, boom, boom. It's like shit. I haven't watched this team in weeks. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
shit. It's all right.
Yeah.
Let me know when April hit. You know what I mean? Like you know what I'm saying? Those comments. You know what I'm saying? And it's multiple. Like it's not like I don't even know how to respond. You know what I mean? I'm like I'll let y'all do y'all thing, but you know that's just how some people are rocking with it. Like I'm still going, no matter what, win or lose, I have to pay attention. That's how, you know, it's a part of being in the media. But I also have some genuine interest in the team. So it's like, damn. But it's just like, man, it just makes you like, man, it was so close, like many years. So it's just like one of those things where I don't know if it doesn't go how it's supposed to go. I feel like he will pop back up because I think he'll right his wrongs. He just I don't know. I like Wes Miller as a person, so it just sucks that he's not able to. He's been not been able to get it done here, but he's always going to have a person that I always got respect for Wes no matter what. And I can separate winning and losing from the person. Some people can't do that.
Some people can't. I agree with you 100%. Neil, why don't we jump into your thoughts on Kansas State game?
Yeah, well, first of all, I mean, who would have expected Cincinnati to knock down 16 threes here in recent weeks, especially with how this team was shooting the ball coming into this one. And then I think the biggest thing for Cincinnati right now, and if you guys want to chime in on this as well, but what were your guys' thoughts? I think Cincinnati right now to playing their best ball of the season over the recent weeks has been the move to put Jalen Celestine in the starting lineup. Now that he's fully healthy, people are starting to see the kind of caliber of player he is. And he's been a Big 12 player. We knew that coming in, but now that he's fully healthy, people are starting to see that. I mean, he has provided a huge spark over recent games, and 18 points the other night and 5 rebounds. I believe this is his third straight game in double figures, if I remember right. So overall, I mean, Jalen Celestine's providing a huge spark and a huge role for this team, especially during this run. Hopefully this run, you win 2 games. Hopefully they continue this momentum. But I think he's been kind of that spark that Cincinnati needed. Because when you look down, we knew he could shoot the heck out of the basketball. And we knew that. We heard it all offseason from coaches and sources saying he is probably our best shooter. And when you see the 3 start to go in for him, you know it's going to be a good day. Thought he had a great night. 6 from 8 from the field, 4-6 from 3, 18 points, 5 rebounds. I thought he was a big piece in this victory. But also the biggest thing is, how cool is the story for Jizzle James and what this is turning out to be? I mean, the last 3 games, Jizzle James is career high 24, 18, and 15. That's pretty impressive for somebody who missed the first half of the season, overcame everything he had to overcome to get back to the basketball court. I think people also forget, like, they weren't expecting him to play this season at all. And for him to come back in and make this immediate impact, I think it's really cool to see. And it's one of those underlooked stories in college basketball right now. And it's Jizzle James, because what he's doing right now, I mean, he overcame everything that he had going on this offseason, and now he's playing a huge role. He's second on the team in scoring. So overall, it's great to see him having the success. I know we talked about it the other night, about him being in a great mental headspace. So, and it's translating to the court. This team's having a lot of success with Jizzle at the helm. And those 2 guys really provided a big spark. Jizzle James, Jalen Celestine, Bob Miller, another double-double. You know what you're going to get with him. But I've been very impressed with Baba's ability to create for others lately. He had 6 assists, wasn't a game high in assists, but I did like to see him have 6 assists in that matchup. So overall, it was a all-out performance for Cincinnati. The ball was popping too. I mean, you have 31 made field goals of the night. They shot 50% from the field, but 21 assists in that category as well. I mean, if you're Cincinnati and Wes Miller, like, that is a beatdown, and it was a good sight to see. But it was also a good sight to see. I'll get your guys' thoughts on this as well. Obviously, we all now watched it. We shared it with you earlier, Alex. Jerome Tang's press conference. I mean, it is confirmed that he had those guys in Bramlage Coliseum this morning running stairs at 6 a.m. after getting beat by 30 just 5 hours earlier. So overall, I thought that press conference, Jerome Tang, I didn't like the press conference because, I mean, that's the roster he built. And he was like, these guys don't deserve to wear this jersey. They don't, who knows if they'll be back. I don't like that comment because, I mean, he was the one who built the roster and not taking accountability in that aspect. But that's the way life goes. And when you're in Kansas State right now and everybody's checked out, it's going to be interesting. What were your guys' thoughts on that press conference?
Let me go. All right. Hey, man, it was hilarious to me. But I feel him after you just got big belt in your home.
For the third straight game, too. Mind you, third straight home game, they lost by 24 or more.
Shit, whatever he's doing wasn't working, so F it. Hey, what you got to lose? Whatever I told you in practice, you weren't rocking with it anyways. However playing, so fuck it. I'm just gonna be gone. It don't matter. You ain't listening to me anyways. So, hey, that's how I look at it. He know that seat on fire.
That seat's mega hot right now out there.
It's on fire, and so I feel him. I mean, at the end of the day, they ain't execute. I mean, I see if you lost by 5, then I can see protect the players. You getting beat by 29 in your own place against a team that, I mean, you see has been struggling too. You know what I mean? So,
and the brown paper bags were in full effect last night too.
But I could see if you was playing like Arizona and Arizona beats you by 29, or Houston, but UC, I mean, not to disrespect UC, but like UC is kind of in the same boat as them. And for the UC to take that pride and come in there and beat them like that, like it's got to be like it's in your heart, it's in your chest. It's a chest situation. It's like, you know what I mean? It's a chest situation. It's like, is you pumping Kool-Aid, which Kansas State did, and UC wasn't pumping Kool-Aid. They really about the life. They gonna go out fighting. Which Kansas State is like, F it, I've been paid. I got some money. Fuck it. Let's just hopefully I get another bag somewhere else if I got eligibility. And I'm ready to go to Cancun. You know what I'm saying? Like, as soon as I get my little spring break or school out, I get a little couple time, ready to go kick it. You know what I mean? That's how they played. So I don't have no problems with it if it was like a one-off type of situation and it's just the first time they got smacked. That would be like, damn, that's kind of skep. But you at home, man. You can't let nobody 30 ball you at home, bro. Not at home.
Especially 3 times in a row. 3 games
30
in a row.
ball. 29 is 30 ball. So you got 30 ball at home. Yeah, I would have called him out too. I'm sorry. And you done got paid. Like the school year, I mean, the season damn near over. And you get 30 ball. Yeah, I can't go. So
did you see did you guys see the article that one of the Kansas State writers did, where they sat down with one of the kids who wore a brown paper bag and said, hey, someone please donate the $18,750,000 for, that's what he had written on his paper bag. Did you see that article that a beat writer actually sat down and interviewed that kid?
No.
Yeah, he was like, man, we're disappointed. But at some point, like, the kid, the student who wore the bag was calling for Jerome Tang's job, basically. I mean, understandable from a student aspect, but showed up with the paper bag. And apparently how that whole thing started was, in the article, they said the student went to Aldi's and paid $3 for 100 Aldi's brown paper bags, and they all wore them in the student section.
Jeez. Well, listen, I'll just say this. I think there are a lot of good coaches that are going to get let go, fired this year. And I don't totally blame all the coaches and think they're bad coaches. I just think it's twofold. The system that's set up, it's causing good coaches to fail.
Yeah.
Now, some good coaches need to learn to adjust and do some things differently based on how the system. Like, you can't tell me, Jerome, he's a bad coach. He's had success there before, correct?
Yeah.
Right or wrong, right?
Yeah. Literally, his first year, he had them like one of the better teams. Yeah, it was.
They went to the Elite Eight his first year.
Yeah.
So, I mean, listen, I think there are a lot of good coaches that are falling a victim to, kind of this new age system, and they've got to adjust, and, it kind of is what it is. But, and I'll segue into what I want to talk about, and we'll get to the next segment. But you now see it with a Travis Steele. Maybe sometimes, Travis is at Xavier, gets fired, goes to Miami, and there's no hotter team in America than Miami. They're the most talked about team in America.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is, like, people are dogging on the Miami schedule, and I've been to a couple games. I've been to practice. Them dudes can play. Like,
people forget Miami lost their starting point guard too.
They go to NCAA tournament. They're gonna beat somebody. They're not going to be ready for their style, which is different. Now, it might take Wes. If Wes loses his job, he end up somewhere and he's going to be successful. I don't doubt that. That's sometimes just the way it goes. This is the Bearcat Game Recap segment sponsored by Purple Monkey Project. Hey, listen, just to recap Kansas State, we'll get out of this, but you guys touched upon two things that I was going to talk about. JT, you hit down what I had in my notes. I mean, Kansas State is a bad team right now.
Yeah.
But kudos to Wes and the players. Like, I literally had that in my notes. So I thought your comments were spot on. Neil, you hit something that I was going to talk about, and that was Jalen Celestine. Like, his development, I guess getting healthy was a big part of that. But who he kind of reminds me of? I'm not saying they're the same player, even though I think they're both left-handed. Jalen's left-handed, right?
Yeah.
But in terms of like that sneaky impact has been Josh Reed. I mean, you think about, Josh Reed, like he became such an important piece to the Bearcat team. And, over these last couple games, you look at Jalen Celestine like, man, he might be moving forward, an important piece to this team's, success. He's shooting the ball well, and you wonder what it would have been like if he was healthy, early in the season. So it's good to see him start to make those strides. Yeah. This is the Bearcat Game Recap segment sponsored by Purple Monkey Project. Purple Monkey Project was formed following the tragic loss of 10-year-old Reagan Vanasse in May of 2021. Reagan was a ray of sunshine who lit up every room. The Purple Monkey Project is named after Reagan's favorite stuffed animal and seeks to keep Reagan's spirit alive by being a ray of light in the community and promoting random acts of kindness. By providing scholarship and other financial support of youth and youth-centered charities in Southwest Ohio, the Purple Monkey Project seeks to pay it forward, all in the name of Reagan. To learn more about the Purple Monkey Project, please visit purplemonkeyproject.org or visit them on Facebook at Purple Monkey Project. Now, this Sunday at noon, the Bearcats take on Utah in the beautiful Fifth Third Arena. You listen to the Bearcat Tip-Off Talk podcast presented by Donahue Accounting Services. Let's jump into the Big O segment sponsored by Oakley Greens. Now, in this segment, we cover players to watch and key matchups. JT, you nailed it last time. You had Jizzle. Jizzle performed well. Who do you have performing well versus Utah?
All right, man. We just talked about him earlier in the pod. I'm going with Jalen Celestine, man. I mean, he's been playing sneaky under the radar.
Yep.
I think, like Neil said, he's been an important cog on why the Bearcats have kind of played a lot better lately. So I think, at home, he shot good on the road. I think he shoots good at home, man. And I'm going with Jalen, man. I think he'll have 12 to 15 and shoot the three pretty well. So I'm rolling with that. And he did have 3 steals last game. So hopefully he get a couple, he gets 2 or 3, at Fifth Third on Sunday.
Yep. I think it's a solid pick. Neil?
Yep.
Yeah, so my player to watch for this game for Utah is going to be Terrence Brown. He's kind of their head of their offense, do-it-all kind of guy. I mean, you look down, he's played 770 minutes on the season, averaging 32 minutes a game, but leads the team in scoring, 21 points per game roughly, leads the team in assists, 94 on the season. He's not one of those guys that are going to go in there and rebound the basketball. That is what Keanu Dawes does, and Keanu Dawes had a big game versus Cincinnati last year, and what turned out to be a very good game between these two where Gabe Madsen went off for, I believe, 38 or 40, if I remember right, whatever shooting clinic he had last year, which is crazy to even think about. But those are the two guys who are going to kind of lead this Utah charge, and the reason I say that is because Keanu Dawes is arguably the biggest player that Utah has at 6'9". So this could be a game where Cincinnati kind of should be expected to beat this Utah team significantly based on what you look down on paper, but it's the Big 12. You never know. But Terrence Brown's going to be my player to watch for this game for Utah.
The Big O segment is sponsored by Oakley Greens. Hey, I got a wild card. My wild card pick, Sincere Harris. And the reason I'm going with Buck is I'd like to see Buck slow down a little bit. I know he was sick last couple games. Like to see him slow down, impact the game defensively, keep getting to the bucket. Man, he made some shots against Kansas State.
Yeah.
I'm like, what?
Like, what's going on here? All right.
I'm like, what? Now, I don't want him to get happy and come out and think he's Nick Van Exel. Like, chill, bro. Like, just, hey, do what you do. There's something called the circle of competency, right? The circle of competency is Tom Watson once said, I'm no genius, but I'm smart in spots, and I stay in those spots. So, the Sincere, there are things that he does he's a genius at, and he needs to stay in those spots. Don't try to do too much. Circle of competence. So that's going to be my wild card pick. We'll see if I'm right. The Big O segment was sponsored by Oakley Greens. Oakley Greens, the ultimate spot to catch your hometown team in every big game. With 6 giant LED screens and TVs at every angle, it's more than a sports bar. It's your entertainment headquarters. All the sports, all the time, all at Oakley Greens. Located in Oakley Station next to the cinemas. Check them out, oakleygreens.com. You're listening to the Bearcat Tip-Off Talk podcast presented by Donahue Accounting Services. Ladies and gentlemen, you know what time it is. The segment that is sweeping the world. The Name Game with Neil Meyer. Hey, Shirley, with Burley, banana for Burley, for Burley. Man, you know what's crazy about that song? Like, I listened to it. You think anybody was like really bumping this song back in the day, like in their car coming down the street, like, yeah, Burley.
No way. No way. Fit on the demographic, but I don't know, man.
How many streams does it got on Spotify? That's the real question.
That's something you got to look up. I tell you what. I mean, what do we do? 35 podcasts a year, and we're playing it.
We help. We help with her people. I don't know if she's still alive or not. My bad.
I'm gonna go ahead and say she's not, but I'm gonna.
Hopefully, helping the state. You know what I mean? The streams.
Hey.
Oh, it's got 2 million streams.
Okay, don't sleep on Shirley Ellis.
But you know how I'll be on the streams, man. It'd be like for every million they give you like $2, so don't they?
Hey, that's fact. So the artists really make their money on concerts. They don't make their money.
The streams be crazy. I forgot what J. Cole said. You make $1 for every what?
Speaking of J. Cole, hate to get off topic here. Do you guys see what he's doing on social media right now?
Oh yeah.
So dope.
Yep. He's a good man. One of my favorite rappers out right now. Hey, real quick fun fact. So Shirley, I shouldn't say fun fact, but Shirley Ellis did
your
pass.
Family?
Huh?
She did pass.
She did pass.
She a family member?
No, she. I'm not related to Shirley Ellis, bro. That would be crazy if we've done all these podcasts and all of a sudden I go, that's my cousin.
That's my cousin. Oh shit.
She's originally from the Bronx, New York. She's from the BK.
Okay.
She's best known for the song "The Nitty Gritty." Although the Name Game was number 3 in the U.S. in 1964.
Damn, 64.
64. Neil don't know nothing about 1964.
Nope. There don't.
Neil, you couldn't name one thing that happened in the 60s, could you?
Nope. My father was born in 1958, so he would.
Ooh, the mustache started in. That's when it all.
Yeah, you know that one.
That mustache.
That mustache might be from 64. Might have been an OG. He might have been like the young dude with the mustache.
Hey,
Man, I had a dude, man. My homie, one of my dudes, he was cool as heck. He had a mustache in middle school.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, like real mustache, like for real. And he was younger than me.
Like Neil's dad, or like
It wasn't like Neil's dad. It's probably like it looked like Neil's mustache right now.
Okay.
In like middle school though.
Oh, Neil, you should actually shave all that off and just keep the mustache. See how much you look like your father.
No, absolutely not.
Okay. That's not crossed your mind. That's not you haven't looked in the mirror and go, you know what?
Fuck it, we going.
We're not going with the mustache.
Okay. We're gonna leave it alone. Let's jump into the name game, Neil. Let's get into your circle of competency, something you're really good at. This is the name game here. All right. So for those that are new listening and those that have been loyal listeners, the name game, we look at the opposing team. In this case, it's Utah. We look at their roster. We look at some of the names. Some of the names are just crazy. We try to get Neil to pronounce those names. And some of the names are unique or just strike good conversation. Neil, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Let's look at Utah's roster. Let's start. And I always feel like every episode that we do the name game, we always start. It's always number 0. Always has a name.
It seems like it.
Doesn't it seem like it? All right. Number 0.
Number 0 for the Utah Utes is Seydou Traore.
Pretty good. Where's he from?
He is from the Bronx, New York.
Oh, guess who else is from the Bronx?
Shirley Ellis, baby.
Shirley Ellis. Full circle moment there. There we go.
Yep.
All right. Let's go with number 5.
Number 5 is Babacar Faye.
Babacar Faye. And
from
he is
Senegal.
from Senegal. Yeah. And he was in the NBA Academy. I need to check out this NBA Academy, man. I've seen so many hoopers come out. I don't even think I've ever seen a YouTube video on.
Me either.
Yeah, we gotta look that up, see what they got going on.
Yeah.
He was at Western Kentucky and College of Charleston. Oh, which reminds me, didn't they deem our guy ineligible for College of Charleston?
Yeah, Connor Hickman got ruled ineligible today.
Yep. So is this Connor Hickman's 6th year? Is that right?
I believe so.
Is that why he's run into the issues and he was hurt?
They tried to fight for the medical last year for his injury last year because they tried to say he was, I guess, falsely examined or whatever. And because remember he got hurt. Then later on they found the fracture, and then they tried to fight that in court. They granted the TRO, and then 2 weeks later they deemed him ineligible.
Yep. Got it. All right, let's. I just think this name's kind of cool. Number 8.
Number 8, Keanu Dawes.
I thought that was a Keanu. Kind of like that first name. Different. He's from Houston. Okay.
Texas.
Yep, Texas. Number 9.
Number 9 is Jerry Huang from Taipei, Taiwan.
Huang. Let me click on his picture. Let me see what he looks like. Okay, Huang. All right. Number 11.
Number 11 is Lucas Langerita.
Langerita. You gotta say it with a little more spice. Neil, can you add a little salsa to that, please?
Lucas Langerita.
A little bit more. Like turn it up. You're at about like a 4. Just turn to about like a 7. The last name. Give it a little spice.
Lucas Langerita.
JT, I give up. I tried. Neil, tried, didn't we, Neil?
We tried.
All right. Let's go to number 21.
Number 21 is Obomate Abbey. And I can tell you right now, I'm looking at where he's from, and I am not even going to try pronouncing that.
Oh, my God. Look, what the heck is that?
Jyväskylä, Finland.
The 2 dots above the A's.
That is crazy.
What is it?
Yaskala.
Man, I don't know what the hell's going on with that.
I'm looking at it. I usually don't squint my eyes. It just makes me squint. I don't even know.
Yeah, I don't know where to start.
Wow.
Yaskala.
Yaskala?
We need to do some research on this spot.
Is it Yaskala? I don't know.
Yaskala, Finland.
Let me click on homies. He looks like Tech Nine a little bit.
Tech Nine.
The rapper a little bit.
Yeah, Tech Nine. He's like a young Tech Nine.
Young Tech Nine right there. All right, Neil.
Shit, that's funny.
Number 31.
Number 31 is Ibrahima Traore.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
He's from Mali?
Yep.
Shout out Mali. Okay. All right. And last but not least, number 32.
Number 32 has officially made his return to the infamous name game by Neil Meyer. James Okonkwo.
Like I said by Neil Meyer. He said, the name game by Neil Meyer.
He is on his fourth school, including stops at West Virginia, North Carolina, and Akron.
Damn.
Talk about embracing the transfer portal, baby.
So technically, okay, so he's been Akron, North Carolina, West Virginia, and now Utah. Could he transfer to another school and play one more year?
No, he's a fifth year.
Man, how this shit going, man? Who knows? He gonna be
A lawsuit.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
He gonna try.
Man, file a lawsuit.
File a lawsuit. I need an injunction. Bruh, just be happy. He gonna fuck around. He gonna come to he gonna go to the game and have the wrong shorts on. So many goddamn schools he been at.
Go to the Akron shorts.
Yeah, go extra. Oh shit!
They gonna pull what Florida pulled, where the equipment guys brought their own jerseys and forgot some jerseys back home.
What's that?
For real?
Yeah, when Florida forgot their jerseys earlier this year.
I don't even remember that.
Yeah, you didn't see that? That went viral. At like maybe the second week of January, Florida's EQ guys got some of the jerseys. They had to play in practice jerseys.
I don't know.
I missed that one. Dang, that's great.
I asked my brother about that one.
Yeah, you got intel, Meach.
Yeah, I got to holler at Tone about that.
Let me know if that equipment guy still has a job too.
Hey, go to number 34 and just click on his picture, and let's go back to the girl. Remember you said the girl looked like an extra in Ghostbusters?
That's so.
JT, what about this guy?
Oh my God, he looked like the Michelin Man.
My God, Colin McHaney.
Yeah, they gotta get him. Damn, he a big boy. He's 6'10".
Yeah.
Yeah. Then once the weight room get him, he'll get chiseled up a little bit more. But he look like the Michelin. He like Marshmallow Michelin Man right now.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot of chicken nuggets right there, buddy.
Yeah, he definitely eating 30 piece. He ain't even he gets with a 20 and a 10. They like, I thought how many people is it? He eating a 30 piece. Eating a 30 piece.
Anything under 30, he's like, nah.
Nah, bro. Like I said, he think you think you get 30 is for like you and some other people. He get a 30, it's all him.
All me.
He like, man, come on now. You know what it is. I need my
Hey,
this McDonald's app for sure.
We used to have this kid that played AU for my Shining Star program. Like, I think it was like the 4th year of operation. His name was Khalid Bell. Shout out my guy, Khalid Bell. He's doing very, very well now. He went to Princeton. I believe he's in real estate now. But Khalid would only eat. Are you ready for this? It didn't matter where we were, because every weekend we would have a different AU tournament. We could be Columbus, Indy, Louisville, wherever. It didn't matter where we went. He had to have Wendy's chicken nuggets. And it was like we would go to like Fridays or try to go somewhere to step up from your normal stuff. And we'd be at Fridays, and he'd have like this mountain of chicken nuggets. And I was just like, bruh, man, I need to hit Khalil up. I need to text him and see if he's still eating Wendy's chicken nuggets like that, man. He kept them in business all over, man.
Nah, the people are just like nuggets. I mean, I like nuggets. Ain't no wrong with chicken nuggets for real. But yeah, he definitely a 30 piece. My man, 30 piece for sure.
Yeah, definitely 30 piece.
Yeah, and he probably he like the kid. You know, like you ever had a kid that like when they ask you for your food, and they want to like try to point over it, like want to hover over it. He was that kid when he was younger.
For sure. He's snacking on a little bit of everybody.
Yeah, he like, hey man, you want them chips? He's like, damn. Yeah, actually I do. You know what I'm saying?
Debo, hey, you want them chips?
Them chips. They're my chips. You done with them chips, right?
My chips, Paul.
My chips, Paul.
All right, let's jump into the Kenyon segment. This is where we cover keys to the game. JT, what's your key?
Hey man, keep the same pace that they played against Kansas State. I feel like they moved the rock a lot better. You know what I mean? I feel like they just played at a good pace. Keep that up, man. Utah isn't that good of a team, but they're a dangerous team. Any team in the Big 12 is dangerous. I feel like, respect them like they respect the Kansas State, but I feel like that pace, man, you get more shots that way, and I feel like their quality of shot was way better the last few games. So I say keep that up, and hopefully that will lead to them having their third win in a row.
So let me ask you this: do we think Mustafa's going to play?
Man, I don't know. If I was a bet man, if he missed that game, I feel like he misses this one, and then he's back that next week.
That makes sense. Okay, yeah. I was gonna ask the question: if Mustafa's back, let's say Tyler McKinley, I know he played a little bit, but let's say he's more healthy, and then Kerr's back. What would be your starting lineup?
The same one that's been winning the ball games.
Yeah,
well, if Mustafa can play,
if Mo's back, I still put him in there, but then I still make sure Celestine's in the starting lineup.
So what would your lineup be? It'd be Jizzle, Day-Day.
Yep. Jalen, Baba, and Mo.
Okay. Yep.
Just
wondering. Okay. Neil, your key to the game.
Yeah, my key to the game is simply win the rebounding margin. I know we said it all year about winning the battle of the glass and whatnot, but Utah's rotation that they have been playing, their tallest player in the rotation is 6'9". So this should be a game where if Mustafa Cham is available to go and Baba Miller doing Baba Miller things and crash the boards, if those two play in this game, I fully expect both of them to have double-double-esque performances, right? Because just simply, they both have the ability to score the ball, but also alter the game on the rebounding efforts. And if Cincinnati is able to dismantle Utah on the boards, this could be a game where Cincinnati could win this game like another Kansas State kind of performance. So for me, I think it's if you dominate the glass, I think you'll end up winning this game by double digits. So let's hope they do that.
All right, Neil, with that being said, can you go behind you in that shelf and grab them Kurt Rambis glasses you had up there, the Rec Specs? As you talk about rebounding, I think, when you think about somebody that wears Rec Specs, you think about rebounding that's going to really crash the board. Let's see these Rec Specs.
I ain't putting them on. I'm just letting you know.
Well, first of all, how old are they?
I last wore these for freshman year of high school.
Damn.
Which was 2014.
So why are they so readily available on that shelf? Like, if they're that old?
I don't know. I never got rid of them. I just kept them.
When you do one episode on our hot topics, we're just going to go through that shelf and see what's on there, okay? It's just some random shit.
It's just some random stuff up there.
I know, with those Rec Specs, pretty much. Man, look at those things.
Man.
Look at the dust hanging off of them.
Man. Tell your dad to wear those. Put the mustache and the Rec Specs.
Dude, I don't even think these would fit on his head or my head anymore, but damn, he's bringing back some flashbacks.
Yeah. Of rebounding?
No, flashbacks are stuff I don't like.
What? All right.
Now, last time I wore these was my freshman year of volleyball, and I got domed. Straight headshot. Straight headshot with these bad boys on.
JT, defund him.
Yeah.
Defund him, please. Neil, you got the shovel out. You're digging too deep.
Meach, I'll make a deal with you. If UC beats Kansas, I'll wear them on the podcast.
All right, that's the deal. All right. Whew.
UC beats Kansas. Okay, Kansas. Okay, I'm about to say okay.
All right.
Kansas. All
right. I'll jump into my key real quick, and then we'll get into our next segment here, our hot topic. I said last time that old school phrase, play with catitude. I need to call the marketing department, and I'm like, you need to remake with the Jordan T-shirt catitude on there, man, and have those players wear it. Man, I think it would be a big hit. I think the fans would rock with it. Just to steal a little bit from JT, man, we just got to keep the momentum going. You went 2 in a row. You want to be confident, not cocky. You don't want to think we've arrived, because Lord knows we haven't arrived. But I think we know we're probably a better team than Utah.
Yeah.
And hopefully Sunday at noon, we are the better team, especially at the crib and at home. Let's keep that momentum going. That would give us 3 wins in a row. Start to maybe see some guys develop a little bit more confidence. Again, heading into a game like Kansas, you're going to need that. Let's be competitive. Anything can happen. Let's go from there. So keep that momentum going and keep that catitude alive. You're listening to the Bearcat Tip-Off Talk podcast presented by Donahue Accounting Services. Let's jump into the Twyman segment. This is where we cover hot topics. And I think there's only one hot topic out right now in terms of the Bearcat Nation, and that is the recently, I guess you'd say, the newly released trailer for the Bob Huggins documentary, which is called Beyond the Bench. And Mountaineer Paul, what would you call him, Neil? It was like a what would you say? What's his?
I would call him a podcaster, because he's with the Locked On team. So
there we go. That's it. Thank you. So he posted the trailer, I thought the trailer turned out really, really well. And he had Alan Hilsinger, who is the producer of the documentary, Corey Blunt, Truck Bryant, that used to play for West Virginia, on. And he posted something about the trailer, man, and it just took off. And Alan Hilsinger told me that they had about 1.8 million engagement on Twitter in regards to the documentary. So, JT, and I'll get to you, Neil. Just your thoughts. Are you excited to watch this documentary? What are your feelings on it?
1,000%, man. Bob Huggins, for people that are Bearcat fans, he is very instrumental on the reason why people are in love with Bearcat basketball. So he's always going to have that love, no matter how it ended roughly, and it makes you sad the way it ended. He had some doing in it, but at the same time, school management, we're here to get Bob, and he gave him something to get him out of here. But for the people that are going to watch this documentary, I will be one of them. If you're a Bearcat, there's going to be people that are West Virginia fans, because he took them to the national championship, and he had a hell of a run there. He had a hell of a run at Kansas State.
Did they go to the national championship or the Final Four?
I thought they went to did they lose? Or did they lose? Was it Final Four? Because
I thought because whatchamacallit got hurt. I thought that was the Final Four.
That was Final Four when the kid.
Yeah, West Virginia saw their guard go down.
Yeah.
Well, Chuck broke his foot, didn't he?
But somebody tore their ACL.
That was God, what was his name?
He was good too.
Yeah, he was. Deshaun Butler. I used to
Deshaun,
work out with him in the summer. He
Yeah.
would come to the Cincinnati workout. Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
that's what's up.
Mhm.
Yeah, he tore the ACL. Yeah. Yeah, that might have been his Final Four. Is he the Final Four? I thought he might have got maybe it was Final Four. My bad. But he had, deep run with West Virginia. I mean, he had them in the mix as well. And it just makes you think. I mean, I don't know, my bad. I just got to thinking about when he got got fired. The Bearcats were going to have a OJ, Bill Walker, what's my man? Beasley and Jacob Pullen.
No, don't forget about that.
So for people, if you don't know who OJ Mayo is, do your research. If you don't know who Bill Walker is, they're both Cincinnatians that were killers, both made to the NBA. Michael Beasley made to the NBA. He was a killer, second pick in the NBA.
Yeah.
Jacob Pullen, I don't think he made to the NBA. He had a hell of an overseas career, but that guy could shoot the laces off the ball. Just imagine the Bearcats had those guys. But
and on top of that, they were coming to UC with a group of guys that were already here that were killers. Man,
that's what
put all that together.
I remember being on campus and we were just like, man, who's gonna be here before all that stuff happened? We were like, man, we about to be back lit, because you know what I mean? Because it was like they were always good, but it was like we about to get back to that.
Yeah,
like, I think it's gonna get to that feeling like when Kenyon was here. And
no doubt,
experienced that. So you know what I mean? It was like, but Steve Logan had it rocking. Our first year, we're like, damn, this was crazy. So the other, Stokes and them had it cool, but it was just like about to get to that point where it's just like ready just for like a Kentucky team. You know what I mean? How you think of Kentucky or who's a team now that gets a lot of young Duke, where they get a lot of the young killers. You know what I mean? Like we were like about to be like that. But my bad for the long rant on that. But it's gonna be dope, man. I mean, I'm pretty sure. I mean, that the trailer looked good. It's gonna be a lot of avenues to touch. Probably his personal life in basketball as well. He's been everywhere he's went. He's made an impression. He's made that team, that program better. So that's gonna be dope. So, I mean, Bob, man, for us, there's a lot of people that owe student loans because of Bob Huggins. Trust me. So you gotta tip no matter how you feel about Bob, you gotta have some kind of respect for him, no matter how you view his personal life or whatnot. You know what I mean? Because people are Cincinnatians. People love Bearcat basketball the way they do, the way they have that passion. Is because a lot of it's because Bob Huggins. Because a lot of people weren't old enough to see Oscar Robinson and the other guys, the Twymans, Jack Twymans and stuff like that. So no disrespect to them, when, I was younger and I'm older, you know what I mean? You got the Nick Van Exels, the Danny Forsons, you know what I mean? The Corey Blunts, those guys, and so forth and so forth, the D'Antonio Wingfields, and, you keep going. It's because of Bob, man. Bob got those guys in here, and that's why people have so many rabid fans, like where they're like pissed about what's going on, and why coaches want to come here, because they know they're gonna have fans that care about the program. They're not gonna have to worry about if it's gonna be a packed house. You know what I mean? If you put a good product out there, they're gonna come. So that's Bob Huggins, man. He is one person. He didn't even win a national championship, but he was a person that a lot of winning. If Kenya doesn't get hurt, he gets his natty. So, I don't care. I'll stand on that one. That's Michigan State Izzo got a gift. You know what I mean? Everybody knows that. So,
I agree.
But hey, if it was a fifth, we all be drunk too, right? But still, right? But but Bob, man, he's a legend. And so, no matter how you look at it, if me, you're being a player, me being a fan, student, now media person. So it's just, Bob, man, he owes a lot of weight. A lot of people that I know, a lot of my friends are here because of education and because of Bearcats basketball with the shit. So people came down here and wanted to be a part of it. You know what I mean? Some way, form. So.
Yep. Agreed. Neil, what are you looking forward to?
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to the stories that some of these guys have played, because obviously when you looked at the trailer, you see the likes of Bobby Knight, who recently passed away. Bill Self was featured in there. Deuce McBride, Corey, Terry. The list goes on and on. Joe Mazzulla was also shown in the trailer. There's going to be so many unique basketball stories that come out of this. But most importantly, it's going to shine a light on how good of a coach Bob Huggins actually was and the person that he was behind everything. Like you saw the moment when Deshaun Butler goes down and you see him consoling him on the floor following the ACL tear. Like there's so many stories that are going to come out of this, and it's going to put a positive outlook on the job and the career that Bob Huggins had. But it's also going to be cool from like the basketball junkies like ourselves. It's going to be cool to hear what those battles were like from those matchups with coaches like Bobby Knight, Bill Self, Roy Williams potentially as well. I don't know if they ever played against each other, but hearing all those coaching legends kind of talk about Bob Huggins in a sense, it's going to be really cool, and it's going to be really touching as well, I feel like.
And it'd also be a good history lesson for you, Neil, since you didn't really grow up during that time. And you've heard some things about the past, but to actually, hear other people talk about it and hear all the stories, like you said, I think it's going to be a good history lesson too, right? So it's kind of like, I think when The Last Dance came out during that pandemic, a lot of young people that I know, would hear about Michael Jordan, how great he is, and then they watched that Last Dance and they were like, "Oh shit!" Like, I want to rethink who the greatest. Like, kids always fight you that Michael Jordan's not the greatest.
Yeah.
They watched the Last Dance and they were like, "Man, this dude doesn't look real." So I think with Hugs too, it's going to be great to hear all these stories. Only thing I want to say about it is, man, I want to give a lot of credit to Alan Hilsinger. He is the brains behind this documentary. A good friend of mine. Do you know Al, Neil?
Have
you met
I
Al?
don't know if I can put a name to the face, but if I saw a picture again, I might be able to recognize him. But off top of the head, I don't think so.
His son plays basketball for Oak Hills, Brecken.
Oh,
Brecken Hilsinger.
Yes. Now that rings a bell. I know Brecken.
So that's his dad. That's his dad is the one responsible. So I know Alan pretty well. Good dude who put his heart and soul. And it's one thing when you get like an outside group to do a documentary. And nothing against outside groups that are very professional, but with Alan, who has a film company. What's so cool about it is he's been a Bearcat fan his whole life. So the passion he was putting into this was not only being a professional, but also being a fan of UC basketball and Bob Huggins specifically at heart is, I think, what really makes this great. I would like to, fellas, if you're cool with this, one podcast to just interview Alan about the process of creating this documentary. There's some great stories. I mean, I have calls from him trying to get a hold of certain people to be on the doc. I tried to help him get a couple that were, I can't say who it is, but he tried to, at least I can't say on this platform, I'll tell you guys privately, he tried to hit a couple home runs getting some people on the pod on the documentary that schedule-wise just wouldn't work. But there were some, man, he just hit a home run with some of these guests. You guys are going to love it. He's going to do in April what do they call that when they when they show a movie in advance? What do they call that?
Private screening.
Private screening. Thank you. He's going to do one in April, and he's going to do one here in Cincinnati. I think he's going to do one in West Virginia, but definitely doing one here in Cincinnati. So you guys got to make sure you're there. It's going to sell out. I'm just going to tell you that now. It's going to be at Music Hall.
Okay.
So you guys got to be in the house for that, okay?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So I think it'll be a really, really good deal. I am really looking forward to everyone seeing this documentary. Very well done. They put a lot of time into this and did not shortcut this. Bob Huggins is going to get his flowers. So I thought this was cool to talk about, man, just because that tweet went viral, man. There were people commenting on it. I was like, damn, they got so and so to comment on this stuff. So it's pretty good. But I think JT, you made a great point, man. A lot of our passionate fans, and unfortunately, there are fans that want Wes Miller fired. You can take that all the way back to Bob Huggins. He built that loyal following here.
Yeah, no, for sure, man, 100%. I remember when he got fired when I was on Jefferson. I was walking in class. Nancy Zinfer got caught in 5 o'clock traffic right there by where the new IPF center is. That where that light is now. It wasn't light back then. That's how old I am. She got caught right there. People noticed her, started freaking flicking her off.
Really?
Put a horn at her. Yeah, oh yeah.
I've never heard this story.
Yeah, literally, I was walking. I literally walked across the street, and I was like, "Oh shit, that's Nancy Zinfer." She had like a little Benz, and she was caught. She just was putting her head down like on the steering wheel, just like this. And they were like flicking her off, like "F you, fire Bob, F you." They were like blowing her. Yeah, it was crazy. It was 5 o'clock. I'll never forget it, bro. I was coming from class, and going to my apartment, like up the street. Literally walked, not like literally just stayed there and watched the people boo her and stuff. She was just like it was crazy. I was like, oh shit. And I told all my homies, like, hey, bro, they just started freaking dogging Nancy Zinfer on up the street. They're like, for real? Like, yeah.
That is crazy. I've never heard that story, man.
No, she was not liked because of that. You know what I mean? But yeah, I literally saw it, man. My own eye. I promise. That's not a cap.
I totally.
They were cussing her out. Like they noticed it was her, man. They just started letting her have it. I mean, I'm talking about just people walking, cars were honking at her. And it was like the cars weren't moving because it was just like the traffic was just stuck. You know what I mean? It was 5 o'clock traffic right there, so it wasn't moving fast. So they were just letting her have it.
I wonder what she's doing now. Like I one time. So I'll tell you guys this quick story. So when I was doing my podcast that I started during that pandemic period, and I was interviewing all the former players, and so after a while, I mean, I had ran through the list of like I might have done like 56 plus former players at that time, and I'm like I gotta kind of go outside the box, and I like reached out to Diego Guevara, who played with UNC Charlotte, used to blow the kisses.
Yeah.
I asked him to come on the pod, and I was like, I wonder if I get a hold of Nancy Zinfer. That would be one of the wildest interviews. But I could never hunt down where she was at the time, because I remember she was at like NYU or somewhere.
She was at NYU. After she left UC, she's at NYU for a while. I don't know where she's. That was where she left like that next year. She think she had one more year and dip.
Yeah, I never could hunt her down, and I stopped doing that particular podcast to do this with you guys, and so I never did. But yeah, that would be actually that would have been a good person to have in that documentary, boy.
That'd have been crazy.
I should have told Alan that. Oh man, Alan might have set her up though, man, and had her.
Yeah,
she's such a big Hugs fan.
How old is she? Older now, man. She might have had a stroke with those questions. She would have been like. they gonna be, they don't like, man. That was crazy. I was like, damn, they on her ass,
on a bumper.
Yeah, literally, they were literally on her bumper. They were literally,
yeah, literally.
I'm
typing in on Google right now, Nancy Zinfer. Oh yeah, they got a picture of her and everything.
Yeah, Nancy, they had her.
She is from. Yeah, I gotta find her. Send her an email. Hey, how you doing, Nancy? What are you up to these days?
Life treating you fine?
Yeah, life treating you well. Good. Got a couple questions for you about Bob Huggins.
She gonna block you.
Block.
Man, she gonna put you in the spam folder, bro.
Yep, you are blocked.
You are in the spam.
Man, yeah, I'm sitting here looking at these pictures of her. Oh yeah, that's crazy. Anyway,
yeah, it was crazy, man.
It is what it is, man.
Yeah.
Well, fellas, this concludes another great podcast. Thanks to all of our sponsors, Donahue Accounting Services, Purple Monkey Project, and Oakley Greens. You're listening to the Bearcat Tip-Off Talk podcast presented by Donahue Accounting Services. For friendly expert tax advice whenever you need it, come to Donahue Accounting Services. A leading accounting firm in Cincinnati, Ohio, our top-notch accountants strive to help you resolve all your financial and tax issues. Call Donahue Accounting Services today for a free consultation at 513-528-3982 or visit online at DonahueAccountingService.com. Thanks for listening to another episode of the Bearcat Tip-Off Talk podcast presented by Donahue Accounting Services. Go Bearcats.